Because what I want to ask you is, would you say that regardless of whatever business you have, a website helps?
A website, well, data helps.
Yeah.
Data's worth everything. It's worth more than everything. Tom and I sold one of our businesses because of the data, not because of the product. We can touch on that after. But data's the asset. Like, for example, not your YouTube channel. You don't know who your subscribers are. You got their usernames.
Yeah.
Can you get all the usernames?
I can see a list of subscribers. Yeah.
But you can't
extract their emails or anything.
You can't do that, can you? So you can't send an email out to all your subscribers going new video.
Yeah.
Potentially.
No, I can't do that.
You can do that via YouTube, I think.
If you're
subscribed.
Yeah.
So that's what we can do. Come up with solutions for different businesses to help implement data capture techniques. So, for example, we're working with a local coffee shop at the minute. We recommended they've actually got no internet or 4G or 5G near where that building is, funny enough. So we recommend a solution that goes in there. So in order for them to get on the Wi-Fi, which people want to be on, obviously, in a coffee shop, they have to enter their email address.
Oh, it's just like, for example, when you go to airports and stuff.
Exactly that, yeah.
You always got to put your email in.
I heard, and it could not be true, it may be true, that the restaurants in London, when they build now, they put deadening in the walls, which blocks signal. In London, it blocks the phone signals in the restaurants.
So meaning that you've got to use the Wi-Fi?
You've got to use the Wi-Fi. I don't know whether that's true. Don't shoot the messenger or the keyboard warriors. It would make sense.
What is it about the data that
it's an asset?
Worth something?
It's an asset. It's your customers. It's your clients. It's your people. And even with Instagram, you've got your followers, but you haven't got their email addresses. Obviously, some people have got their email addresses, and we've got tools that will extract and scrape data. Yeah. But you can't do that with YouTube. They're cleverer, mate.
Yeah, so what I heard from like just a rumor or something that someone big within the industry, I'll tell you off camera, I don't know if it's true or not.
Go
on. Sold part of their business or something for the data, for X amount of billions.
But yeah, data like that would be amazing because he's shifting his audience from his social media platforms, which are massive, as you know.
Yeah.
So his YouTube, his Instagram, I imagine they're as big as he's taken the customers, the followers, if you like, to a platform where he's getting their data. Yeah. He's getting their first names, their last names, probably their addresses. Obviously not getting their credit card information because that's stored with the third-party payment platforms. But yeah, he'll be getting email addresses. That's data, and that data is his audience. You've got niches there, so people that are interested in watches, people that are interested in cars, and whatever else.
And what do people do with this data? Like
there's loads of things you can do. You can put that data into Facebook to create lookalike audiences. So plug one of the products, Watch It Shine, watch cleaning kit. We've got data, so that business provides a service that enables people to clean their watches. Yeah. Not conflict of interest with what Tom does. Note that.
You mentioned that on the last podcast.
I know. Yeah. There's an ongoing thing there. He'll get you. But we've got data. So yes, the product is great. It helps people clean their watches and it does work. But we've got data of watch owners in the UK and abroad. We sell a lot to Dubai, a lot to the Middle East, and loads to the UK. And we've got data of watch things. And yes, this product works with any watch, Casio's, all the way up to Richard Millé's.
So is that what would you say? Is that why like most of these websites before you could buy something without even having to make an account? But now most places
are getting data. So another plug, let's look at, I know you spoke about this with Tom last week, a month ago. These are air fresheners. So I started this business.
Is this Emoji Fresh?
This is Emoji Fresh. So this was the first, well, it wasn't the first one that me and Tom done.
No?
So me and Tom had, did he mention it, 11 in?
No.
So this goes way back before when Tom had all the followers, when like day ones, if you like. So he had an Instagram page of his mates called, can we get it up?
Yeah.
11ing.
Let me see.
11ing.co.uk. That's the Instagram. So
how do you spell that? Like the numbers or?
11ing.co.uk. So I'd say this was the first thing where I learned.
This?
That's it.
Yeah.
So keep scrolling. Or go deep. This is one of the first, it was the first business really that sort of, it's how Tom and I met, but what we done, we were manufacturing goods, we were importing them, we were selling them. Shopify 7 years ago, probably one of the, not first stores, but we were...
Recognise that car.
That's it. We were one of the early adopters of Shopify.
Yeah.
So if you look at the stuff on there, can you put it up on the screen so people can see?
Yeah, I'll put it on the
screen. It was a black and white brand. Initially, Tom had a funny thing on Instagram with his mates called 11 out of 10 FC.
Yeah.
And that was them being chaotic idiots. If you scroll back, there's probably still some of it on there. It was a banter page for him and his mates. It was great.
Yeah.
And then Tom and I become mates, and we were like, I remember at the time we had the beanies, the black beanies with the 11 in logo on, and it was like, how can we turn this into a business? And I remember Tom and James actually drove down from where they live in London, and they came to David Lloyd Chigwell.
Yeah.
And we had a
little
pump.
session.
Yeah, a little session, good pump. Trained with James, Tom, and we come up with a little business idea, and we built a website. We changed it from 11 out of 10 FC to 11ing.
Yeah.
Which was like, it was basically, you're better than a 10. It was like, I'm an 11. It was like, that is what it was. And we actually own the domain, wearebetterthanYou.com.
Oh,
so if anyone ever went on that domain, I don't know, try it now, it might still work.
What would it take you straight to?
wearebetterthanYou.com.
Let's see.
If it doesn't do that, I recommend buying it someone.
I'll buy it after this podcast. No one's going to be able to buy it.
It should
we
still
are better than you.com.
I don't know if it still works. But we had that domain, and that was the whole...
No, it don't work anymore.
They're not working. So that was the whole ongoing thing of the business isn't trading now. That was the whole ongoing thing with it.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. Like, then Tom brought in one of his mates, who was one of the biggest influencers on Instagram at the time. And no joke, like he was in on the business, like he had shares. So he wasn't getting paid per post.
Yeah.
And you could say, again, this is early on. This is 5-6 years ago.
I've scrolled all the way down to 2013 on here.
Yeah, this is like, this
is like, that's the first post.
Nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah.
There's a controversial thing there with how this actually started. There's another brand that's got an 11 in it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought that's what you were talking about at first.
There's evidence, and we've got it that brand copied this.
Oh, is it? Is that like 11 degrees or something? Or?
Yeah, well, I'm not, it might be that one. I can't remember. But there's evidence that brand actually copied it. And it is what it is. But they've smashed it, and that's no longer trading. So